about being an activist, but what do you say to your critics?
Very for strategic planning. Again, you're being an activist. I am not.
That's not appropriate, sir.
Who are you with? What's your name?
That's an appropriate question for you to ask.
You're going to ask how many questions? You get 3?
What a stupid
All right, folks, I am back. Actually, I guess I don't need the headset here because nobody's on right now. That's okay. All right, so we're going to have to make a few adaptations here. So I switched microphones. And just to go back, because nobody could hear anything that I was saying, let me go back and point out that I was scheduled to have on Kyle Garrison from the Alabama State Senate, or State Senate District 6. However, there were some wires that were crossed, and I unfortunately told him PM, or that's the message that I communicated to him. And so when he saw the tweet this morning saying, hey, getting ready to go live with Kyle Garrison at 7:30 a.m., he was like, whoa, buddy, you said PM. I'm prepared for PM. That's okay. Show must go on. And today I wanted to highlight candidates from Alabama, the state of Alabama. They have 64 candidates. So I'm going to go through that again. So if you were watching and you saw them, that's okay, because I'm going to end up clipping some of this video because I really, really wanted to highlight what I found this morning when I was doing some last minute show prep. This morning, as I was doing some show prep, I don't know how I missed it the first time, but I took a look around and I was like, wait a minute, why are there so many candidates, it seems like? And I started looking and I was like, holy wow, Alabama has 64 people running for various positions throughout the state. Now, I threw a tweet out this morning. You might have seen it. I said, imagine if 50 states were running 60 or more candidates. That's like 3,200 candidates running for the Libertarian Party across the United States. Can you imagine that, folks? Imagine 3,000 candidates running. We talk about messaging. Like, that's a message. That sends a clear message to voters that the Libertarian Party is important. More than just, oh, who's running for president or who's running for this big office. No. People locally, they need to know that somebody cares about them where they live. They need to know that the Libertarian Party cares about them. So let's go back through, and I'm gonna kind of go a little bit quicker. And thank you everybody in the comments for saying, whoa, hey, going too fast here, can't hear you. But now you can. Hopefully this mic, I have a lapel mic on now. Hopefully the battery holds out, but definitely throw out there and say, hey man, I can't hear you if something happens. And we'll do what we can for the show. But again, remember, Kyle Garrison is not on this morning only because there was a miscommunication. He was expecting to be on at 7:30 p.m. So I'm going to run a show tonight at 7:30 p.m. We'll have on Kyle Garrison. We'll actually talk to him. But for now, we're going to talk about the candidates that are running in Alabama. It's a new discovery that I made. So let me go ahead and pull this back up on the screen. Let's see here. There we go. No, let's get me out of, there we go. Much better. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's take a look. And by the way, because I had to make I had to change my configuration a little bit, kind of abruptly. So I will be looking down at my screen instead of at the monitor. So I do apologize. We are making do with some of the technical difficulties that I ran into today. I'll get those worked out. At any rate, so here's what we've got. As I was saying earlier, you've got this table of contents, and this is lpalabama.org/candidates-2022. So this is a list of all their candidates that they're running this year that will be on the ballot somewhere in Alabama, November 8th. As I made the joke earlier, or at least tried to make a joke, table of contents. If you're a state party and you have a table of contents for your candidates, you're running quite a few, most likely. So here's what we got. We've got U.S. Congress, we've got statewide offices, Alabama State Senate, Alabama State House, State Board of Education, County Commission, and Sheriff. And I specifically wanted to read all of their names just because, you know what? If you're a candidate running for office, your name deserves to be spoken. So I'm going to do it. That's what this show is about, where we are bringing attention to candidates, libertarian candidates. So let's walk through them again. And again, the first time around, I butchered some of these names, and I promise you, Nothing has occurred between the time that I was having audio issues and was talking all and making announcements of these particular folks that are running for office. Nothing has changed between then and now. I'm still going to butcher them. So I apologize again in advance. U.S. Congress, we got John Sophocles. You know what? John Smith. Just kidding. No. John Sophocles. He's running for a candidate for U.S. Senate. Alexander Remery, U.S. House 1. Jonathan Reels, U.S. House 2. This one, again, funny name, Thomas, sick of D.C. Casson. I mean, who isn't sick of D.C.? That could be everybody's middle name, technically. Johnny Cochran, we had him on a couple weeks ago. He was great. Had some really great answers. I really enjoyed it. PJ Greer, Johnny Cochran for House 4, PJ Greer, House 5, Andrea Schifo for House 6, Gavin Goodman, House 7. Then we get to our statewide offices. We've got James Jimmy Blake for governor, and then his lieutenant governor running mate, Ruth Page Nelson. We've got Jason Matt Shelby running for Secretary of State, Scott Hammond, treasurer. You know we need some treasurers because we need to take a look at what the states are spending our monies on. Then we get to Lee Lachine, Alabama State Auditor. As I said earlier, which you couldn't hear me, of course, we need auditors. You see an auditor position, just run for it because we need to audit everything. Like if it's a government office, they need an auditor. And I don't mean the standard auditor positions that they have. I mean, they need a libertarian getting in there and taking a look and going, what the heck is this? Jason Clark, Commissioner of Agriculture and Industries. Ron Bishop, Public Service Commissioner 1. Laura Lane, Public Service Commissioner 2. Then we get into our state Senate positions. We got Rick Chandler, District 3, Jacob Marlowe, District 4, Kyle Richard Garrison, District 6. This is the Kyle that will be on later tonight, 7:30 p.m., so make sure you tune in. Michael Crump for District 15, John Fortenberry, District 17, Danny Wilson, District 19, Portia Shepard, District 23, Richard Benderson, District 24, Louis Albert, District 25, David Boatwright, District 28, Floyd Pete McBroom, District 29, Clifton Hudson, District 35. Let's count those up again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people are running for Alabama State Senate. This is amazing, folks. This is some great news. I love hearing this. All right, so let's move on down to Alabama State House. Who we got? We got Greg Turner, District 6, Mark DeRosher, District 7, Angela Walser, District 8, Gregory Bodine, District 9, Elijah Boyd, District 10, Mark Davenport, District 13, Talia Shimp, District 18, Clifford Foy Valentin, District 29, Charles A. Tem Jr., District 38, Matthew Gregory Jr. Morris, District 41, Doug Ward, District 42, Jason Newell Davis Burr, District 43, John Wiley Boone, District 44, Carrie Mitchell Whitaker, District 45, Bruce Stutz, District 48, Mason Reams, District 53, Carson B. Lester, District 56. Another name that I'm going to butcher, Manage Nancy Jones, District 57, J.P. French, District 60, Damon Pruitt, District 61, Jeff May, 64, Scott Mangs, District 76, Amanda Friesen, 79, Justin Tyler May, District 88, Margaret Maggie Helveston, District 94, Peyton Warren, District 100, John Dearman, District 104, Mark Lewis, District 105. Counting these up again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 28 people are running for Alabama State House. That is some amazing news. Like, goodness gracious, every state should have this many, or as many as, proportionally, of course, because I know that all states don't necessarily have this many districts and whatnot. But let's moving along, right? Going right back down where we were. Now we get to the State Board of Education. I get it, folks. We're libertarians. We don't like the public education system, but you know what? That's what we've got to work with, and they've got a position available, so we should run for it. So we've got Patrick C. Wallace. He is running for the Alabama State Board of Education, District 8. So hopefully he gets in there and makes a great impact. County Commission, 4 county commissioners, so 4 counties. We've got Devin Cordell, who is running for Jeff County Commissioner, Lance Farrar, Lee County Commissioner, Frank Dillman, Macon County Commissioner, and Johnny Letson, Morgan County Commissioner. So we've got 4 counties that we've got somebody running for the county commissioner seat. So that is amazing. Keep up the great work. And then last, but definitely not least, Sheriff. We've got Alan Barksdale for Madison County, Charles Wyckoff for Mobile County, and Neil Pierce for Montgomery County. And what I was pointing out just before I realized that we were having an audio issue is that we have 3 people running for sheriff and we have 4 people running for county commission, and they are not the same counties. So what that means is we have 7 counties where we have a relatively high level, somebody running for a relatively high level position. This is amazing, folks. Again, 64 candidates are running for the Libertarian Party of Alabama. Now, now that I came across this by accident, now I want to go and find out how many are running in other states, because 64 is quite a bit. Now, I don't know what that is out of 64 out of how many potential, but 64 is quite a lot. If we had 50 people running, 60 people running in all 50 states, again, that's over 3,000 people running. That is one hell of a message to send. And that is the message that we should be sending. So, again, apologize that we don't have Kyle Garrison on. That was my mistake. But again, the show must go on. And I just happened to come across this. And so I wanted to highlight what we had for Alabama. We've got 64 people running for Alabama. Now, I also want to point out something else. So I put out a poll on Twitter. And I haven't decided yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this. Although I will say, coming across these 64 candidates has kind of got me thinking, maybe this idea is a good idea and maybe I should do it. So what I was thinking to do was maybe take some time off work and run a live stream all day on November 7th and also on November 8th. November 7th, of course, is the day before the election. So I could go through and highlight many of the candidates that we've got, and then open up the video and just let people know, like, hey, if you want to jump on, if you're a candidate, let me know. And at any time throughout the day, your lunch break, whatever, you could jump on and say, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm running for this. Here's why you should vote for me. It was just an idea. I don't know. Let me know what you think, folks, if that's a good idea or not. And then, of course, on November 8th, when we would be running the polls from probably about 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. roughly. It's usually when it is. Then what I can do is just simply go around and figure out where I can get the information and present it to you on what candidates are running in what states and what offices, and then just follow them and see what the votes are turning out to be. Thought that would be a neat idea. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. It does seem like an awful lot of prep work. So I'm going to need to get some feedback, folks, because I don't want to sit here and run a live stream for 2 days, all day by myself while you guys enjoy your jobs. Okay. So, but anyway, I'm going to cut this show short a little bit, only because we don't have a guest, but I did want to run the show no matter what. So let's go ahead and get to that closing. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed what I had despite what we were anticipating. But next week, I want you to tune in as I bring on Tommy Brown III for County Commissioner, District 2 out of Indiana. And again, remember, tonight, 7:30, Kyle Garrison for State Senate, Alabama, District 6. That's all for this week, folks. You can find other episodes at libertydad.com and archived video episodes at youtube.libertydad.com. You can also connect with me at Liberty Dad on Facebook, Liberty Dad Pod on Twitter, or email me at libertydadpodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Having said all that, to remember, you're a champion of liberty, your business is people, and your product is liberty. Have a great week. Catch you next time, and I'm out.